So in this video, we'll try to build a small application and we're going to design two different functions. One is going to be authenticate and get the data, and the other is going to be format and design the data, because this is what exactly we follow. Once we have the raw data, we can pass that data to our other function to design in such a way so it can reflect in proper model. So right now you will find that I have this crypto model. So I have to get my API key first. So I'll simply come back here on the coin state and you can go back to the account. Make sure to create an account. It is really powerful crypto API provider so far we have in the industry, which will give you real-time data for any blockchain. It has all the blockchain support, and this time we're going to look for all of this model. So we're going to test this one, we're going to test this one. Actually we have already tested and build the complete logic around this model, but we're going to include these model combined. So we can come back here, make sure to copy your API key right up here. I got that. Now I will come back here and let's try to paste here. So I got my API key. Now I have to build the URL where I have to make the request for getting the data. So this is my best URL which I'm going to take. So this is the best URL which will have the complete data of the coins. That's what I have called base URL. Now I have to build one function, and this particular function will deal only with making the call with our coin state API provider for getting the data, and that's what we can have it. So we can come back here, let's build this particular function. So I'll call this API call. So what we are doing, we are only handling API calls here, no managing of the data. Once we have the API call, now we have to build the URL on which we have to make the call. So let's come back here, let's take this URL and response model. So this is going to be our base URL, and that's what we have built, the path, and I'm going to call the get method because I want to get the data. Now I have to simply authenticate myself. So I can simply come back here and provide the details about the header. So this is my API key and this is the data type which I want to accept, because that's what is going to provide you. Once you will have this, means your response, your request is ready. You are ready to make the request. Now once you will make the request, you have to handle the response. It could be a fail or success. So let's handle that first. So I'll come back here and this is the model we have built. The OK status means 200. We have already discussed that. And here we have used the error handle model. So if anything goes wrong, it's going to log the error through the error, which we can take it into our system or we can simply hide it. So that's what we have. All we are doing, we are taking the response and we are passing to our error model. Now we can come back here and let's try to convert this data. If every single thing is okay, we are getting the right data, then we have to pass it and convert it into a JavaScript object so we can able to access those data and use it in our other function. So this is the complete function we have. This, what it does, it will only make a call to our API, get the data, validate it, and give us the data in the object format. So this function deals with that. Now I want to build one more function which is going to convert the price, the money in million, trillion, and billion, because that's what we can handle. So let's come back here. Let's call this function format money, because the number, the fund will come in a huge number and we have to convert it and build into a logic. So let's come back here. Let's take this one, the first one. So we are looking for the simple $1 trillion function. So what it does is going to simply convert it and it's going to return. Let's do the same thing for billion, and this one is for million. So this is the simple logic we have done. We have like 6 digit in million, 9 in billion, and 12 in trillion, and that's what we have followed. Very simple JavaScript operation. Now we have to simply come back here and return. We have to convert it and return in string, because if you go to return in number, sometime it's going to create a confusion or problem when you're not going to implement the data in a proper element. So it's better to go with a string in which your application, the front-end UI, will not crash. And we are taking in the dotted format. So this is how we have converted the format money. Now once you will have this two function, so this is what exactly happening. One function deal with a specific use case, the other function will deal with a specific use case. Now we have got this one. Now I want to build a function which can format and display the data in our terminal. So let's come back here and let's call this main function. We already have the complete data. Now we can come back here. Inside this function, we're going to take this coin ID, and that's what we try to access. So I'm going with this, or you can go with the name. Either would work fine. You can target a specific one or you can go with the global model, because generally it will have all the data of the coins. Now once you have that one, now I can come back and let's try to log out the coin ID, because every single cryptocurrency will have a unique ID on this coin state API, which you can target, and based on that you can pass on to the other model. So once we have that one, now we can come back here and let's try to take this try and catch block. So we have to simply format the data and get, if anything goes wrong, we can simply throw that to our catch model. So we can come back here, let's try to take the data. So this is what we have taken the coin because this is our base URL. This is our base URL which give us all the data. Now we are making the call. We are adding this one to coin. We are passing the ID. So it could be a Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, and we are taking into a USD format. So I hope you have watched the last video in which I have shown you that how you can build this string, this URL directly on dynamic format. This time we are following a dynamic format which is deal with a multiple function. So you're going to build a filter model where you will allow user to tab on different coins and is going to display different data. That's what we are handling here. So this is what we got it. Now once you will have your data URL, now you can come back here. You can take it as a coin. You can simply get it as it is, but let's give a convincing name so we can know that what we are dealing with. So once we have all of this data, now we can simply log out the data into our terminal. I'll simply come back here. Let's try to log it. So what I'm looking for exactly here, I'm looking for the up and down trend of the pricing. So I'm targeting Bitcoin, or it's going to be a dynamic one, and I'm looking for whether the price is gone up today or down, and that's what we are getting. You can also get this data into a graph if you're building a trading board where you can display the pricing which is getting fluctuated. So that's what I have. Now let's try to console log out all the data. So let's come back here, and I have taken that one. So first thing is the name, second thing is the rank, third thing is the price, market cap, and volume change. This is what I'm getting. So once we will have the data, every single thing is going good, then this data will print. If anything goes wrong, we have to simply catch that. So let's catch those error, and this is what I have. So first I have said that could not get the data from this, means there is some problem in the coin ID, and we have displayed the message, and here we have explained that tips, check the coin ID spelling, whatever you want to provide, and you can design that one. So like this is the few example, like Ethereum, Solana is one of the IDs which we have used. So once you have all of that, now you can simply call the function. So this is a simple application. What it does, we have built the usual model which handle the API call automatically. So that's what is going to trigger. We have this filter model which going to format our money in 3 different currency, trillion, billion, million, and we have the main function which we're going to call. So it will automatically get the details about the coins, and it's going to make an internal call, and it's going to log out all of these details. So now if I open up my terminal, I can come back here. Let's me go back to the directory. I'll paste that one, and here I am. Now let's try to run this one. Let's me out a bit. Let's say node index.js, hit enter, and you will find that we are making the call. We are making the call and we are getting the data. So here we are. You will find this is the call I have made. It's a Bitcoin, and it gave me all the pricing. The same thing we have done in a single model, but here we are taking into a multiple model which can handle multiple things. In the same way, if I clear it up and simply make a call, you're going to have this data. We got this Bitcoin. If you want, you can change this to Ethereum, Solana. That's all you can do. Simply copy that one, and that's what you can pass it. Like you can pass here, save it, and clear it up, and make a request, and you will find we are calling for Solana. So you will have all of this data. If you come back to the documentation, there you will find that what exactly they have called. So if you want to identify the name, this is the result you will get. So this is the ID which we are targeting. Every single will have a unique ID. So this is the one it's displaying, but when you want to make a call, if you come back here, you can test here as well. So I want to simply copy this one, and let's try to test, and let's try to make a request. So if I paste this, and if I send the request, you will find that I will get all the data. So here I got it. So this one is the ID, unique ID. In the same way, we have this one Ethereum. In the same way, we have this Tether, and we have all of that. So it's a really powerful structure which you can implement. So this API provider is really one of the best you will have, which give you multiple models, and it will give you real-time data which you can use it in your decentralized application or centralized application which you are building. So this is how you can design. This is how you can build multiple function modular application. It's a simple application which we are interacting with our terminal, but you can also build a front end where you can integrate and user will call it and dynamically, and you can have the data in the front end. So it's a really powerful. So I hope you have understood that what we have covered so far. So what we have done, we have covered the get model, we have covered the single query model, we have covered the detail model, and this is the application we have built. So that's the only thing I want to cover. If you have any question in doubt, Just let me know in the comment section. Soon I will try to bring a bigger project, or you can simply come back to the blockchain coder, and here you will find all the project we have. So click on this and check all the project we have developed. So I want you to come back here and explore this project in which we have built this powerful application using the coin state, where we have all of this model, how we are reading the data, managing the portfolio. That's all we have. So you can check that one. So I hope you have understood that what exactly we have covered and how every single thing is going to become. So that's the only thing for mine. If you have any question in doubt, just let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.